I got to say it at the end. All right, we're going to move on. Last part. Last update from training camp comes out of Pittsburgh because they have officially named a starter. And I don't know if the fact that they named Mitch Trubisky their starter is more head scratching to me, or the fact that they named their first round pick, Kenny Pickett, their third string behind Mason Rudolph. Any you get put behind Mason Rudolph in any depth chart, you just got to assume that it's personal at this point. But the Steelers are going with Mitchell Trubisky as their week one starter, presumably. Like, I guess there's still 3 preseason games left. I'm sure there's still a month of training camp. Who knows what happens? But to me, this means that they want to ride out at least to week one with Mitch Trubisky as QB1. So, Dame, talk to me, man. Is that the right move?
Yeah, I'm not there in training camp, so I'm not seeing Pickett. I don't know if he's out there throwing a bunch of picks or, if he's managing the game or if he's grasping the playbook. His first year NFL playbook could be difficult. Trubisky's he's a veteran now. I know he's still young, but to league standards, he's a veteran player. So he probably comes in there as grasped the playbook. He's had a year behind Josh Allen in that Buffalo offense, probably learned some things and picked up some good things there. So I think it's the right move for it to be Trubisky's job to lose. Like you said, still 3 preseason games left. So if Trubisky's horrible throughout the rest of training camp, maybe Mason Rudolph or Pickett can get that job. But I think it's the right move for Trubisky to be in the lead right now for this job. And Trubisky's got talent. There's a reason he went number 2 overall. Now, some of that reason was incompetence on the Bears.
Yeah, I was about to say, someone fell asleep at the wheel. That's the reason number 2.
Yeah.
But I hear what you're saying.
But the reason that incompetence happened was something was there that caught their eye. And I think that something might still be there with him now. Nice, right? We know he has a good arm. He has good feet. He can run the ball. So we know that there's some things there, right? I know Matt is not feeling Trubisky at all, but there's some good things there.
What he sound like? You know what he sound like? He sound like the dude you try and let down easy, the girl you try and let down easy. Like, she's not good looking, but she got a nice personality and she got a nice job and she worked hard. But you know what I mean? That's Trubisky. Like, he's not a good quarterback, but he got good feet and he got a good arm and he listens well. And it's like, and if you give that to Mike Tomlin, what will Mike Tomlin give you? Mike Tomlin will give you a hard-fought, not an 8 season if you give him that quarterback. You give him a quarterback who just got a little bit of good things wrapped around in a bowl that won't derail you, he'll churn you out a good 9-8 season, will he not?
I think Kenny Pickett not being the starter, that had to happen. There's no way he was ready. I didn't think it was a first-round pick. He was first-round pick, Pittsburgh, nice story. Trubisky being a fill-in starter for a year, fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But I just can't get over the fact that he was never that talented. People really talked him into something before the draft that made no sense to me. This is I'll never forget, because I'm a big Clemson fan, Damian, and I watched all of Deshaun Watson's college games essentially.
Yeah.
And then I watched everyone say that Mitch Trubisky would be a better quarterback than Deshaun Watson. And say one about all the stuff that's happened that isn't football, but just as it's just unconscionable. Trubisky, I feel bad for him. He was a late second round pick that unfortunately got drafted 2nd overall. If he's your backup quarterback, you're in a good spot. Yeah. That's what Mitch Trubisky is. Yeah, I'd love him to be a backup quarterback on any team if I was getting charge of. But if anyone can get a 9-8 out of the season, it's Tomlin, because that's all he does. Mm-hmm. And people underestimate how bad Roethlisberger was last year, and they still went 9-8. Mm-hmm. So, but I just think that division's too tough. It's just you punt. The Steelers are punting the season, and Trubisky's a perfect quarterback if you want to punt.
Yeah, I mean but a good punt, but pin the other team inside the 5-yard line, because he's good enough to win you some games. He's good enough to get you to 9-8, but it's not, it's not the long-term option. And I'm not sure what this says more. It says more that, this is Trubisky is a bridge quarterback, or if it says even more that Kenny Pickett's not the option at all. And moving him to third to me is some kind of a statement. And I'm not sure what it says more. If it says that, like you said, Damian, he's just out there just not performing not performing well in camp or not doing anything. To be honest, I haven't heard any real Kenny Pickett news, right?
I haven't either.
You hear a lot of news about quarterbacks making a good throw here or making a good read there. I ain't heard about how Kenny Pickett's tying his shoes. So I don't know. I don't know what's going on.
That's a good point, Matt, because usually when somebody's balling out in camp, you'll hear something.
You'll hear something.
Yeah. You'll hear something. You'll get a video.
I saw it, a tweet. I'm picturing, like, I'm just thinking back. I'm like, dang, like, besides this is the only Kenny Pickett news I heard in camp. And it's about him being last on the depth chart. So
it's not a good time.
It's not good for the brand. Or this tells me that this move, this draft, this kind of head scratching Kenny Pickett went too high draft was a front office move, not a Mike Tomlin move. And Mike Tomlin's move is telling you, told you I didn't want this quarterback. He's third on my depth chart. Like he's not moving the needle like you guys said he was going to move the needle. He's not the answer like you guys said he was going to be the answer. He's not worth the first round draft pick like you guys said he's worth the first round draft pick. Now, all speculation. I haven't read anything. I haven't heard anything. But if I'm just kind of reading the chess pieces, the moves, knowing what I know about football, that I could easily see that happening, which also reiterates the point that I don't have a long-term option here at quarterback. So my best short-term one is Mitch Trubisky. He's already been a starter in the league. I could sell this to people. It doesn't look like we're tanking. Like, you know what I mean? It gives us a fighting chance in each game. But I just think the Steelers look at their room and they're like, it's not Trubisky. It's for damn sure not Mason Rudolph. And for right now, it's not Kenny Pickett.
No matter what I think of Kenny Pickett, I think him being third string is more of a motivational tactic on Tomlin's part. Trying to get
and it could be too. Yeah, so could be complete inverse.
I remember like reports that weren't real reports Wentz's rookie year that he was behind Chase Daniel in the depth chart. And everyone knew it wasn't true. This is more plausible because second pick overall versus what the 21st pick, I think Pickett was. But
22nd. Right.
And Rudolph isn't like a horrible quarterback either. So I'm guessing Rudolph knows the offense better than Pickett does at this point. Is performing better. So Tomlin lists him second to motivate Pickett to be better.
Anytime you put me below Mason Rudolph is a motivational tactic. On the optics alone, Matt. On the optics alone.
I don't like Mason Rudolph either, but
I don't know if there's a soul alive who likes Mason Rudolph. People might think he's an alright quarterback, but I don't know if anybody likes him. Like, oh, that's my guy. Because I don't think anybody's saying that. Yeah. But if I'm the first round, you spent a first round pick, and 22 is a perfect time to go get the second best linebacker on an SEC team. Or the second best corner on an ACC team. It's a perfect time to do that. But you ain't got Kenny Pickett. So, like, that just doesn't say to me third string on the depth chart. So we'll just continue to monitor that and see what's going on. But I don't know what this does for the Steelers in that AFC North division. Like, they still, they could be 9-8, but I'm not seeing them above pending a Deshaun Watson decision that keeps them out for longer than expected. I don't see them being above the Browns, Ravens, or the Bengals. Do you guys?
No. Yeah, I don't see him. Yeah, I say I definitely agree with what you're saying. And also on Kenny Pickett, I think we should worry if it's week 6 and he's still third string, that's when I'll get a little worried. Like, dang, you ain't beat out Mason yet? Like, we in real games now. You still third behind Mason Rudolph? That's when I'll get a little worried if I was a Pittsburgh fan.
Week 6, third string quarterbacks wear sweatsuits on the sideline.
Exactly.
They don't wear pads.
If he's in that Jordan Love territory, that's when you get a little worried.
Oh no! You get in Jordan Love territory, be worried, man.
Yeah,
be worried. They're doing that boy wrong with that draft pick.